it would be good to share a liberating experience you have had recently. And today, for the first time of my life, I went to a nudist beach. Like that's not so common in Colombia, and I came here in Spain with some friends and my girlfriend, and like nudity is so sexualized that sharing in a place where nudity feels normal makes you feel liberated. And there were parts of my body that hadn't seen in years, and that was really fun today. And I think it was really liberating. I really like that experience. And the other day I was also talking to Didan about how we sexualize and objectify everything. Yeah, like having this different relationship with nudity felt really liberating. I will pass to Durgadas.
Yeah. So I've been trying to work on getting this yoga studio open for a while, and just might sound funny to say, but I'm finding that trying to put up boundaries is liberating. I notice that people don't experience it as liberating for them, or that there's a lot of people don't even want me to have them or whatever. But I find that their boundaries are liberating, and so it's almost like by having boundaries, you have a better sense of who you are and what you want, you know. And I've noticed that there's just a lot of people that really don't like when you put boundaries up. So, but because they seem to have the same problem that I might have had before I kind of liberated my thinking from just not having any boundaries at all. It's liberating because it sort of removes the codependent obligation you might have constructed with either the world or with yourself, or you're automatically kind of being a doormat for people, or just by trying to sort of be inclusive all the time, people can kind of run over your boundaries or take advantage. So I've been finding it liberating to just have boundaries, and so it's been freeing up my time and my energy for other things. And I'll pass it to Zeptimus.
Yeah, thank you, Durgadas. Wow, I don't know. I don't feel I have liberating experiences. I mean, I was like, there were major parties in the village last week, and I was feeling kind of in the mood, but I don't know if that's a liberating experience. So, yeah, I mean, that was the closest thing, maybe. Just, yeah, sorry, I don't have something cool to share. I'll pass it to Meta Verde.
What specifically is the question? Is it a liberating experience we've had?
Yes, something that you have done recently that you feel like it liberated you.
I started microdosing. It's helped a lot.
Microdosing, yeah. Tell us more about it.
Well, I had tried last year with psilocybin because I am confident in its nootropic abilities, and I have a hard time choking down chaga tea every day. And I was like afraid to take an amount that was effective and not confident with it. And then this year, I started using LSD just like last week before maybe. And I used to trip really hard when I was in college, and I've had some pretty big experiences. So it's kind of nice that way. But I don't know why, but it got rid of my fibromyalgia pain for the most part. That really helped a lot. That was a lot of the impetus for doing that, was that I'd learned that you know, really pulling the trigger and getting going, was that I've had a lot of fibromyalgia pain over the last several months, and I found out that exercise actually does help that, you know, but the problem is getting up to that amount of exercise without triggering flare-ups. And I kept running into that, and then I came across some videos on accident, and they've done a lot of like really good research with it, and they have, you know, enough people believed enough people that they have fibromyalgia, that the pain, you know, that, I mean, I would disagree on some counts. I think that it's easier to overstretch and you can really hurt yourself doing it, but that the pain is like the brain overreacting, you know, and like you feel pressure at like 3 times the normal amount of pressure. And I kind of knew it was my brain acting out. And it's like transferring emotional pain and emotional compensation that I'd been making into physical pain. And so I was able to kind of like really reset my pain factor and face up to the emotional compensation that I'd been doing to like try to make myself happy with a status quo that wasn't making me happy. But I couldn't have done it without the dosing. I mean, I could have, but like, so when I meditate, I have problems with beings talking. It's not problems, but it's disconcerting and sidetracks my life with like beings talking to me. Like if I get into a regular habit of meditation, which also works to reset my pain factor, and I don't want to deal with that. And the microdosing enables me to reset my pain factor and do things in my head without dealing with entities. That was a lot of information. You're welcome.
That's great.
Durgadus, I want to say that because you're here, I felt confident to say that because I knew you would understand.
Yeah, I'm super happy to hear that, and my wife suffers from fibromyalgia a little bit, so and I know that her thing is exactly like what you're talking about. So yeah, it would be cool to talk to you about that offline, but yeah, I'm super happy that you're doing that.
It's helping. Thank you. Oh, and I don't know who to pass it to. Let me look. Let me see. I'm going to say wrong. Aloysius.
Hey guys, are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Ruby, I'm traveling on the freeway, so I'm not sure how the reception is. But yeah, Aloysius, you say that pronoun. It sounds like check-in. Would that be right? Is that what you guys are doing?
I am sorry, I couldn't understand.
Oh, are you guys doing check-in?
More or less, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, wow, I'm really anxious because I had to drive for 2 hours to take my daughter to an appointment at a place that didn't exist. And now I have to drive home and then back down again tomorrow and then back up again. So like 6 hours to get a sports physical so she can play soccer. It's just kind of frustrating, things like that. Just, I don't know, the way I experience time, it seems really overwhelming to have all of that suddenly put up. Like, yeah, it's just, I'm going to be on meetings and I'm going to be on the road and I don't know if I'm going to be able to like be heard or listen. So, yeah, I'm feeling stressed about that. I'm interested in accessibility and like stuff like that. So that's kind of like how I think I'm ending up over here. Someone told me this is like a good meeting to attend. So yeah, I check in. I don't know who to pass it to on account of the fact that I just kind of got here.
I think that the last one is Nate.
Hey, thank you, Juan. Man, yeah, liberating experience you have had recently. Ooh. I don't know if I've had a recent liberating experience, to be honest with you. Yeah, I can't think of anything. Maybe I just don't have liberating experiences. I don't know.
No, but then you should like schedule one
It's not
in your
alone.
week. Yeah, like it's always good to do something off the grid, and yeah, try to add some pepper to one of your days, like doing something crazy. I don't know. That it's always good to feel liberated from yeah always follow so much preconceptions, and we are always like indoctrinated from our society that yeah, sometimes having these liberating experiences can make you like feel yeah alive again, and like to question the things that we are taught.
Whoa, yeah. I grew up indoctrinated, so it's one of those things. You're gonna have to help me give me some ideas for a liberating experience, so I can go out and do it because it, I feel like it's one of those things that just have to happen to me. Otherwise, I kind of won't do it on my own. But
Okay,
yeah,
then
if you have any good ideas, let me know.
Yeah, you can
yeah,
talk to me.
Yeah, please help me.
and also go to a nudist like beach or lake or something and do skinny dipping. Like yeah, man, it was really great today. Like uh, yeah, I felt really great with my body, with myself, and like being in the water like that, like felt really great too.
Well,
So yeah.
I'll keep brainstorming on it because I'm not against microdosing or going to a nudist beach, but like I just if it's not something I would just like go out and do, and maybe I should just do it. I'll microdose a while on a nudist beach, so
Yeah,
I'll put that in my schedule
I
this
can
week.
give you some dosage guidelines for that. I have a graphic that'll help.
I can dig it. I will try it out because I don't know if I've ever had a liberating experience. So
It is my middle name. I have a graphic for that. So yeah.
Yeah, so send that graphic right over.
Okay. So let's start with the topics of today's call. We have three topics. I want to go with the two first quickly, because a sense making and a brainstorming to make like goals for the gravity for the year 2022. We are talking that the TC will continue to fund us and will continue to help us, and maybe we can like prepare a proposal, but we will need to have like a proposal for the funding pool, but we will need to have like a clear roadmap or of what will be our goals for the year. And also I think that and this is something that we have been talking within the stewards, that we have been following 3-month roadmaps, that they are good to execution of our ideas, but then when we execute the roadmap, we always have to ask ourselves like what next. And right now I feel that it would be good if we can have like some idea of a year-long roadmap to follow, and to know like, okay, this is the first thing, and then we will do this other thing next. But yeah, this is an activity that we will have, and I want to go quickly from the first and the second topic. The first topic is the Thursday NVC Book Club. Are we in for that idea? And also, we would need like the PDF of the book. I haven't been able to find it.
Okay.
So
I have both Marshall Rosenberg's in-person training and the audiobook links, but finding a PDF I can do. So maybe assign that to me. I have to run, but that's a thing that I'll do.
Okay, maybe try to find the PDF of the book, because it would be really good if we are going to do this book club to like give the information and easy access for everyone. like the book club and also the audiobook. So like you have the two options of how will you follow the content.
Yeah.
That would be really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it just depends on what people's styles of learning are, right? So
yeah. Okay. So yeah, we can do that, and after we have those, we can set like a starting date and also like promote it in comms. So yeah, when will be the start date? And like this is something that we can like start thinking, but not defining this call, but like yeah, continue thinking for when we would make this start date, and yeah, what would be our comms strategy, so that yeah, we can have people from a lot of communities, not only the people on the Graviton Training or in the TC, to join this book club. We can have like a blog post, maybe. So yeah, that would be like a I think enough for the first topic. Maybe we could start at the same time of the Graviton Training, so it would be like the week of the 21st of September.
before I go, can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
I think it'd be really good to just have a different leader for every chapter and just go chapter by chapter. So assign basically one person to sort of lead and give their impression of what's going on, because some people have different ideas about what that looks like, and it's really interesting to see the different novel approaches people have to dealing with that. So
yeah, I agree. That sounds great. We did something like that with the governing the commons, and I think it was a good experience. Like
cool.
a different leader for every chapter and go chapter by chapter.
Cool. All right, I gotta go, but thanks you guys, and I'll be there for whatever we're doing. Thanks.
Thanks,
Okay.
See you
later. So starting week of the 23rd of September. Okay. The second Graviton Training checklist follow-up is that we already have like the POAPs like created in the page, and yeah, these are the 10 POAPs, and here we have the links. Am I connected? Saltó la conexión. Can you hear me, guys? Oh, I'm sorry.
I hear you, Juan.
Okay. Yeah, I'm having connection issues. We have the 10 POAPs, like, and the events created, but the page is not loading for me. So yeah, I'm sorry about that. But what I wanted to say is that yeah, we're getting ready for the training, and that Acid Laser help us to design the POAPs, and I think they look amazing. So I wanted to show them with you, like
Super
this
awesome.
is, yeah, and I told him like, hey, let's just like not make the same for each session, but make them like with a small color change, so that we can like yeah complement, and I think they look great, and they have like the dates and so yeah, in that aspect we're getting ready. Also we have the deadline for the study plan on the 31 of August, that is next Tuesday, because it would be really important to share the study plan before the sessions. So yeah, if you are a facilitator and you haven't been working on your presentation, please do. And we will also have like a call, a wrapping up call of the study plan on the 31st of August after SoftGov. So yeah, we have this this weekend and the first 2 days of the next week to like finalize this document, and yeah, to be able to share with everyone. All of the facilitators have like different methodologies on their session. So like I have been talking and with the people, and if you feel that you want some content to be read before, you can before the session you can like tag it like pre-learning, and if you are like then making like a session or a workshop. I am taking this from Ana Maria and Nate. You can like describe the activity. This looks amazing, and yeah, to like have ready what you want to present in that. And also I talked with Didan, and he told me like, hey, I don't want to have like too much content because they are too like content heavy, and I just want to have like one or two small readings. So yeah, each facilitator can do as they think that they will serve better for the purpose of the training. Like yeah, if you want to have too much content or few content, yeah, like also I was talking with Manu, and he's going to like make his presentation based on this book, like the psychology of human leadership, and he's going to make like a workshop about this. So yeah, it's getting ready, but I also wanted to say that yeah, we can continue working on this async during the weekend, and we will have the wrap-up session on the 31st of August to like publish it in a forum post, maybe the 1st of September. And now let's do our activity. That is like a long-term roadmap for the year 2022. We can say that we will end 2021 inside the TEC and with the TEC like help, but for the year 2022, do we want to become a DAO, a commons of our own? What would be our goals? Yeah, and we can like do a brainstorm, and if you feel, you can jump into this document. It's in the, I think the bot in the Gravity channel like promotes this call, and yeah, the notes of our session are there, so you can enter this document. And if not, you can like just open your mic and share your thoughts, like and I wrote here some topics that I would want to discuss, but also if you think that there are other topics that are important to discuss and that are not here, you can please like tell me and I'll add them. But like yeah, what I would start with myself, and like my goals would be to have a, a, like a consistent amount of collaborators, and to have active Gravitons in different communities. I also think that it would be important to have continued learning and continued education. Like I don't want only to have like the Graviton training and not have like continuing the education of Gravitons, but I want like we can have like the Graviton trainings and then like extra courses for people to continue practicing their skills, and also having like small groups to like yeah, tackle issues, and yeah, continue having creativity in this. And yeah, for the funding, I think that we should have like a rewards mechanism, because I think like collaborators should earn some yeah, monetary compensation for their collaboration. And also I think that if Gravitons are going to mediate in conflicts, it's important, yeah, to have some reward mechanism around it, maybe. And I will go also with the next point. And if we have a DAO, like what would be the structure of our token? Because yeah, if we are going to reward people with with a token, we should also have like a structure for this token to be reliable, and yeah, to be like economically sustainable. For the comms, do we want to have like an intern comms team, or work with a comms DAO, like the T comms DAO that will be created? Or do we want to work with the comms DAO, T comms DAO? Because it would be great to create like a Twitter account, to create like our own page, to create, yeah, social media profiles. And also for funding, like creating grants. I would really like to participate in this Gitcoin grant that starts in September, but I don't know if we are prepared, because we will need like a Twitter and a URL page. But yeah, I think it would be really great to have like a funding pool, where if we have yeah, projects inside Gravity, we can like fund them, or so that we can also reward the collaboration that we have in Gravity, to the people that help with the project, or to the people that mediate in conflicts.
Hey, Juan.
So yeah.
So I wanted to, sorry, I was just gonna say, I do think there should be like kind of two forks, if you will, two avenues for the long-term roadmap. One is what you're talking about, the DAO, but the other one is really integrating Gravitons into other DAOs. That's just my opinion. I think that if the DAO itself is going to be successful, then we need to really get other DAOs to buy into this idea of like integrating Gravitons within their DAO. You know what I'm saying? Like having members that are, you know, they're people that are contributors or stewards within their organization that are qualified and have this education. And so in order to do that, I think a big focus would be to really like refine our curriculum, and then making sure that we have a kind of a test of this Graviton within another DAO. So like you know, whether it be what's the metagame, maybe, since they have a lot of interest in Gravity, to really just set up their Graviton group and make sure that they're actually utilizing it, and maybe having some type of interaction between their Gravitons and what we're doing at the Gravity DAO. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure that we kind of include that type of attempt in the long-term roadmap. So I do think it's important.
I wanted to throw in that SourceCred has 2 people who are going to be taking that training, and the community's excited about it. And I'm also curious if I could like look through the servers and potentially find people that would be a good fit and like offer them an invitation to it. Just because the ways that I read the servers and people's behaviors and the conflicts that are all over the place, like I could find the little healers out there and send some messages, folks like us, if that feels good.
Yeah, I think that would be amazing. I think that like if we have, you know, a group, maybe even like SourceCred or, you know, metagame, like if you guys have Gravitons in your group and really trying to have like a kind of a reporting system, you know, like saying, you know, we've had these conflicts within ours and we're going to report this to the Gravity DAO, and the Gravity DAO itself offers the service of like, hey, these are the most common conflicts that occur in DAOs, and this is how they were dealt with. This is what we've learned from it. Kind of being like an educational and just kind of incentivizing people to actually put Gravitons within their DAO. So I do think putting a use case for the Gravity DAO will help it succeed in the long run. And I think that should be kind of the foundation of our roadmap, as well as building out the, you know, the infrastructure for creating the DAO itself.
I don't know what it's like in the other server, but SourceCred has been like an echo chamber of trauma for like a very, very long time, and kind of everybody's in like a phase of burnout, and it's been a month, and we've had like really dramatic things happening, like kicking people out, or the project being almost ripped away from everybody who's working under it, whose lives are like, you know, on the table for like the money that they're making through it. I think SourceCred would be a really good good test case for it, to like provide that support and that information and see like how it feels good to like share stuff and get feedback, because we'd be really engaged.
Yeah, I would. Please, go for it.
Yes, Aloysius. If you want, you can please fill the gravity type form so that we can have more information on the issue, and I will contact you to like continue talking about this, and then we can like select 1 or 2 Gravitons to follow the case and to offer assistance to that community. Yeah, I think we can for sure do that.
I'll let you know, me and my friend Ryder, like, I don't know, really fast. I think they put in one yesterday for conflict for our community. So I think we're already grinding towards it.
Yeah, that's important, and maybe one of the Gravitons with me, 1 or 2 of the Gravitons with me, will then try to like get more information, approach to the people, try to see what are the interests, what are the possible feelings and needs that are at stake. Try to frame the issue in a non-adversarial position, and then try to build like a common ground for possible negotiation or for looking for solutions. One of the most important things that we try to promote is to not have this image, this enemy image of the other. Like, it's not us versus them, but it's rather like we all have different points of view, different interpretations, and somehow we have to like compromise to make a common reality, and without trying to judge things from the past, but also always trying to look forward and to try to place ourselves in the position of the other.
I love it. I have this like thing I'm really trying to infuse in our culture. Just, you know, the opposition of call out culture and all that energy. And it's that we turn towards conflict and not away. That's avoidance. But only when we are only when we know we are capable, resource to do so, and we don't seek accountability. We aim to support. It's kind of the energy I'm trying to like foster. So I love hearing what you share. I'm so happy about all this, you guys. You're awesome.
Thank you. Yes, that's the idea. If we don't have processes to like deal with these issues in a non-adversarial way, like the easy solution is like forking, or like making clusters, and like being grouped with the people that you think that thinks alike with you, and like separate with the others. But one of the things we try to do here is to like try to recognize what are the shadows of our own work, to try to understand that shadow and that polarity not as something that is like opposite, but rather as something that it's like a pair, and that is like the logical response of our actions, and to try to like compromise and look for other solutions different than the ones we normally see when we like make enemy images, or like try to divide like the good and the evil. And what we try to do in Gravity is to understand that the shadow is normal, and when a shadow like manifests, it's a signal for us to like reflect, and for us to try to integrate it to improve.
Yes.
Does anyone want to share on this topic of goals, funding, organization structure, and comms?
I had just a snippet for goals. I wrote it in the chat. It was kind of just adding to the nuance, I believe, of what you had written. And it's like creating continuity through mentorship, which also increases morale. It's just yeah, I love that first part that you had on there.
Mentorship. Okay, this is a great idea. Yeah, I think that always we have leaders in the groups, and it would be good if we can have like a leader in each community, that it's like the leader of the Graviton in each community, and then we can have like syncs between the different leaders of the communities. To see and to process all this information. Okay, and what is urgent, what is needed, and how can we organize our priorities? We will have like 4 quarters. What do we want to do in each quarter? What do we think that should be done before the other things?
I think really designing, really kind of having an end goal for the curriculum. Right now we have a bunch of different topics, which is great that we want to cover. Maybe having those in a particular order, maybe having those kind of refined into sub-curriculums. Because the idea is that we want to have, I think, from being in education before, like having different types of curriculum that are used for different purposes. So like having different POAPs for different use cases within a DAO. So like if you specialize in nonviolent communication, you have that option. But really what I'm just trying to say is in like the first quarter, I think really reviewing our curriculum and getting it down, and maybe adding more, or adding different classes that are categorized in different ways. And so I think just kind of organizing our curriculum in a way that makes sense, if that makes any sense. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. I think that that is important, and that is something that we should do like after and before each training, like continuous reviewing our curriculum and to see that the topics that we will cover will go with 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 our goals. And yeah, on the comms, I think this is something that is important. And is that, do we want to have an internal comms team or do we want to work with the TE comms DAO? I think that this also should come here to the first quarter, because yeah, we can have like our own like communications teams that manages our Twitter or and our socials, or that now that the TE Coms DAO will launch all and is also a project as Gravity. Maybe we could like use their services to like manage our communications too. So that, I think this is also something that would be done in this quarter.
I will say that I would be against that. Comms will have enough on their plate as it is in terms of building their own DAO as well, and adding more to their plate might be a little difficult. But that's just my opinion.
Okay, no, but it's a great opinion. It's a great opinion. So
I think we can do like internal comms for a little bit until comms is ready to accept new work.
Okay, for a time. Yeah, then we would have to like organize who would be the people that would lead our internal comms, and also then how are we going to reward people? I also think that this is something that we should do from the start, because like I think that maybe we could like make a retroactive reward, like the praise, like we start like praising in the Gravity DAO, and then when we launch the token, maybe we can do the distribution. But yeah, as we saw all this conflict that surged because of the praise system, maybe what would be the best reward system for the Gravity DAO? Like, should we reward because of the time spent, or should we like have an UBI for all the contributors? Like, yeah, what do you think about this?
I'm really against UBIs because people can just join and it doesn't, and it's important, like the harder you work and the more value you bring to the DAO, the rewards should be according to the value you bring. And with UBI, what you do is like no matter what, everyone gets the same. So why should I put effort? I'm really against UBI. But yeah,
I will say that. Go ahead, Liz.
Oh, I was gonna say that source cred. We're at a point finally where we have some people that are like trained up who can start instances and stuff. It's been a slow process to get like new people on board after a bunch of people left. Like getting people trained up, but it could be possible. Every DAO could have a source cred instance per se, and each source cred instance could be calibrated exactly to how you want. Like, maybe you have a certain thread for certain things. Maybe you have like meeting spaces, and then maybe you have one topic of a channel, and in that channel it's weighted a certain way, and then when people post in it, they get cred or whatever, like kind of through that system. Like you can metric it all. It would just take like sitting down with one of our developers and really tailoring out what your goals are to get them to like make something like right for your case. It's a possibility.
Yeah, and for that, we should need to have like our own Discord server.
Yeah.
That, or use
Or, yeah,
this
yeah.
this would be then another question. I am taking like a lot of notes, and then I will like polish this. But like, yeah, like,
Or having it installed properly within the commons. My brain just can't even like imagine that because there's already so much happening in there, and I'm not that deep of a developer. So yeah, I guess there could be an instance.
I will say that, you know, before we talk about reward systems, that it's really important to think about revenue. Do you foresee Juan charging for these courses in the future for Graviton training?
Great question, Nate. Yeah, this is like an open thing. Like, I am not that much of a businessman of myself, so like I wouldn't know really well how to charge for this service. But I have several ideas, and I don't know which to choose from. Like, I think that we could have like the way we pay for our healthcare and insurance policies, like paying like a monthly due and charging it to DAOs, so that to say like we charge like 500 a month, 500 DAI a month, and then we can have like 5 or 4 communities, and like if that it doesn't matter if that community has 0 conflicts during the month or has 4 conflicts during the month. They are like covered by their insurance policy, because I also understand that we don't have like all conflicts at the same time, and also like conflicts arise in the stage of projects. Like, we didn't have conflicts before the impact hour distribution, and then it happened like this big conflict, and now we are not having that much conflicts. So yeah, I think that conflicts happen in different stages of the projects, and that maybe we can have like a fixed fee for communities, and we can have like 10, 15 communities, and it doesn't matter like how many conflicts does each community have per month, or we could also charge per conflict. This idea, I don't like it that much. I think that the first idea is the one that I like better, like having this insurance. And and also initially, I think that the Graviton trainings should be free, but maybe I am not against of charging for people that would enter into them.
Yeah, I would say, go ahead.
Sorry. The Gitcoin grants, right? Like how you throw up like a proposal to try to see if you can get like a grant funded or something. Is that a possibility? I know that's happened internally to kind of like fund the token engineering commons coming up. I just wonder if that's like a possibility.
Yeah, I think that's a possibility. I think that like through the Gitcoin grant, we can have like, for example, a donation to our Gitcoin grant made by OneHive, and the OneHive, like with their donation, they have like this like this insurance policy that for an X amount of time that we're talking about.
Yeah, so I was thinking more of like in terms of having DAOs pay Gravity to come and set up a conflict management program within their DAO. And like you can keep the classes open to individuals where you can learn about like how to deal with nonviolent communication, but for like DAOs who want to like a DeFi protocol that wants to set up conflict resolution in their DAO, they can pay like a lump sum to say, hey, come in and set up, not only provide courses for our members, but also like set up the infrastructure for like how to report on DAOs, how to manage DAO, like, and how to do all of these things within the DAO, and just setting up an entire infrastructure and generating revenue that way. Because like at the end of the day, if we're talking about the actual working of the Gravity DAO, it's not going to take too much overhead, like in terms of like people needed. We need the teachers, the facilitators of these programs. We need people to manage the databases that we're going to hold on to, and maybe a website and communications channels. And so if we, especially if we start working with the comms DAO, we pay a portion of that revenue towards those services, like I think it can work really easily. And in terms of a UBI, I think, the idea is not to have one DAO in charge of the entire UBI for an individual. Like your UBI would be very like small, you'd get like $1 from this one. But the idea is that the DAO that you're getting UBI from, you're participating in multiple DAOs and getting multiple UBIs from all these different places. In the aggregate, you're making good money. So just some things to think about, in my opinion. So
yeah. And I liked this idea of charging for setting up like an entire infrastructure, but the thing is that is something that is done only like once, and then the maintenance, it would be something that we can like charge. But yeah, I think they're not exclusive. Like we can have like a fee for an entire for setting up an entire infrastructure. But I also like a lot the idea of having this insurance policy, because like the thing about conflict management is that you don't know you need conflict management until you have a conflict. So it's better for organizations to like have this conflict management ready, or like for them to be able to use it when they need it, and also to know that it's there when they don't need it. So yeah, maybe we can have like a mixed approach between them. Like we can charge the organization first for setting the infrastructure, and then like for the maintenance we can have like this insurance. Because I think it's important that somehow we need to like be sustainable, and I also want to reward the people that is working in the DAO.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we're a service DAO. Like if we turn this into a DAO and a commons type of thing, we're going to be providing services, and we need to figure out a way to generate revenue, because we can't rely on grants or, the TE commons for all of that if we're going to be sustainable. So I think that's a really like Q1 should be like about figuring out how to generate revenue for the Gravity DAO.
Okay, I for sure agree. Yeah, I think that would be like a great idea, just like for this start point, like charging for setting up the conflict management strategy, and then have like this insurance policy that is like the maintenance of the people there, and this is also to be available for communities that don't have a lot of conflicts, but to be able to be there for them when they need it. So yeah, I like this conversation that we're having. I think that these things that we have been talking in the Q1 can be distributed during for the other quarters. Some of
Most definitely.
And yeah, like this is another question that we should make. Like, do we want to have a Discord server of our own, or continue working with each community server, like having like as we said, like gravity leaders in each community, and being active in their community's Discord, and or like having our own Discord to be like a gathering point of these people who participates in other communities. that would be like a question.
I think it do not hurt anyone to have a private place to meet. I mean, it doesn't have to be private, but you know, like a place with is for Gravitons and anyone who want to engage with the Gravity DAO. I think it would be a good idea actually.
Okay. Don't hurt anyone. Yeah, I like when things don't hurt anyone. Yeah, I think that this of what would be the structure of the token. Then we should do this in the after having the revenue, our strategies of revenue. Then we would like structure the token. Because yeah, once we have funds, then we will be able to like make a common pool and then create a token and reward with a token. I also think that during the first months we can have like something to be retroactive, like some way that we can keep like yeah the contributions and then like make give backs. And yeah, but I also and I think that this of the organizational structure should be like at least done during the in the third quarter, and to be able to or in the third quarter or in the fourth quarter to like yeah I really want to launch a DAO, and it would be great if if after 2022 we can have like the Gravity DAO and engage on it in like in this commons way and make our own proposals, our own take our own decisions, and to make like a sustainability a sustainable organization. I think yeah these are very raw notes, but I will polish it and then try to like summarize it in a proposal for the yearly roadmap, and then we can continue like iterating on it